Hey, fellow evolvers, Tina here, and welcome back. If you're new here, this is the place where we keep it real, raw, and honest. I'm not here because I've got it all figured out. I'm here because I don't. I'm still evolving, still healing, still learning, and I'm bringing you with me on this messy, beautiful journey called life. Today, we're talking about something I know hits home for a lot of us: the fear of judgment. That nagging, heavy feeling that creeps in right when you're about to take the leap, or speak your truth, or show up in a way that feels real, but also really vulnerable. This fear, it's sneaky. It convinces you to stay small, to stay quiet, to play it safe, and slowly it steals your life from you. I know what it's like to live for other people's approval, to shape yourself into what you think they want, to try to be everything for everyone, just so you can feel loved, accepted, and enough. So, if you've ever felt like you're holding back because you're afraid of being judged, or if you've been waiting for permission to be seen, to be loud, and to take up space, this episode is for you. So, grab your favorite drink, get comfy, and let's talk about how to finally stop letting fear of judgment hold you back, because your life is way too important to live it for someone else. Okay, let's start here, because before we can let go of this fear, we have to understand where it came from. Caring what people think, that's not some personal flaw. It's something that's been literally engraved in us since we were little. Like, think about it. How many times did you hear things like, say thank you, don't be rude, don't make a scene, just be nice? Would you sit down and be quiet? If you act like that, nobody's going to like you. From such a young age, we were taught to prioritize how we made other people feel, even if it meant disconnecting from how you felt. We learned that being liked mattered way more than being honest, that making other people comfortable was way more important than expressing how we truly felt inside. And over time, we start to believe that being accepted means being agreeable, even if it cost us our voice. But here's the thing. It's also literally human nature. We're wired for connection. And this didn't just start with you. It goes like way, way, way back, like thousands of years way back. Picture like the early human tribes, okay, living in like these tight knit groups, hunting, gathering, raising children together. You got cast out, like you were literally alone. No backup, no fire, no food, no safety nest for you. Rejection back then wasn't just embarrassing, it was literally dangerous. Now, fast forward to childhoods in the early 80s, 90s, or 2000s, whenever you grew up. That deep need to belong didn't disappear. You still felt like you had to fit in to feel safe. On the playground, at the lunch table, in your friend group, or even your family. Being left out still triggers that like ancient fear. Something's wrong with me. I'm not safe. So yeah, that voice in your head that whispers, what if they don't like me? It's not a weakness. It's old wiring doing what it thinks it's doing to protect you. But the truth is, we're not out here trying to survive in the wild anymore. We're literally just trying to post a damn video, start a business, speak our truth, live fully, and be seen. And that's where things get tricky, because even though the threat isn't real, the fear still is. And let's be real, we've all felt it. The pressure to fit in, to not be like too much, to make sure everyone's comfortable with us. Since I was little, all I wanted to feel was accepted too. I wanted people to like me, to include me, to just see me. And honestly, I built my entire identity around that. I became the easy one, the dependable one, the one who didn't rock the boat. I read the room literally constantly, trying to be what everyone needed me to be. I literally shape-shifted so much that after a while, I didn't even know who I really was anymore. And even now, there are moments I have to remind myself I don't need anyone else's approval to show up for myself. Because when you're busy trying to be everything for everyone, you end up leaving nothing for yourself. And I carried that pattern into adulthood, into like work, into friendships, even into my marriage. I also was so afraid of disappointing people and being like misunderstood or being completely judged that I kept second guessing my own choices and asking for outside validation to feel okay with the decisions that I wanted to make. And let me tell you something, living like that, it is soul sucking, soul draining. And yet, so many of us are doing it, smiling on the outside while secretly feeling invisible, resentful, or like we are just going through the motions because we're scared to be seen in our full truth. But here's what I want you to know. You weren't put here to be everything for everyone else. You were put here to be real, the real you. And for the people who can't handle that, they were literally never meant to hold space for your evolution anyways. So now that we know why we care so much, why this fear of judgment is so deeply wired within us, let's talk about what it actually cost us, okay? Because this isn't just a harmless fear that lives in the background. It's not just like this little voice in your head that makes you overthink what you post or say. This fear, it's shaping your entire life. It's deciding what you say yes to, what you hold back from, who you are allowing yourself to be. And the longer we let it run the show, the more disconnected we become from who we truly, really are. Here's the truth most people don't even realize. Caring what people think doesn't just make you hesitant, it literally makes you hide from situations. And it starts small. You keep quiet in a meeting even when you have something valuable to say. You don't speak up in a conversation because you're afraid of sounding stupid. You water down your opinions. You smile through that discomfort. You hold back from sharing that dream or passion project because you don't want people to roll their eyes or hit you with their unsolicited, shitty opinions. And then before you know it, you're living a life that looks fine on the outside, but feels super hollow on the inside. You start to wonder, why does everything feel so off? Why do I feel invisible, even when I'm surrounded by people? It's because you've been trading authenticity for approval. And you can't build a fulfilling life on top of people pleasing. It will collapse under the weight of who you're pretending to be. Caring way too much about what other people think costs you your voice, your peace, your power, your confidence, and sometimes your dreams. Because how many times have you almost done the thing, okay? You started the business, you posted the content, you spoke your truth, you said what you really wanted to say, but then you stopped yourself because you were worried what someone might think. Could be your partner, your friend, your parent, your boss. Sometimes, let's be real, you even water yourself down for complete strangers. Let that sink in. It's not your lack of talent or potential holding you back. It's the fear of being seen and judged for it. And let me tell you, the longer you stay in that place, the harder it gets to hear your own voice over all the noise. But here's the good news, okay? You can take your power back. You can stop living for other people's opinions and start showing up for you. And it all starts with awareness. Okay, so now that you're aware of it, now that you see just how much this fear of judgment has shaped your choices, your voice, and maybe even your entire life, let's talk about what to do about it. Because you're not stuck here, okay? You don't have to keep editing yourself for the comfort of others. You can break this pattern and you can start showing up for yourself today. And it doesn't have to be like this massive, dramatic life overhaul. It just starts super small but intentional. So, here are a few things that have helped me let go of the fear to just start reclaiming my voice. One, anchor into your why, okay? When you care more about your purpose than other people's opinions, the fear starts to fade. So, just ask yourself, why does this matter to me? What would I regret more, being judged for it or just never doing it at all? And when your why is strong enough, their noise gets quieter. Two, reframe the fear. So instead of asking, what if they judge me? Ask, what if I'm the permission slip for someone else to show up too? Because let's be real, someone is always going to judge you. So why not be judged while doing something that actually lights you up? Three, take micro brave action. Okay, confidence doesn't come before action. So just remember that. It's built through it. So start small, post the thing, say the thing, wear that outfit, speak your truth. It might feel super scary in the moment, but that's where your true power is. It's in doing it anyways. You know, when you're completely growing is when something scares you so much and you just push through it. That's when you really start making a difference in your life. And every time you do something despite that fear, you're teaching your nervous system, hey, I'm safe. I can handle this. I don't need their approval to be proud of myself. 4, stop giving weight to people who haven't earned it. Like, really, let's be honest. Some of the people we're scared of being judged by, literally, they're not even living courageously themselves, okay? They're not chasing dreams or speaking their truth or doing anything that scares them. And yet, here we are giving them power over our life. We give their opinions the most weight, which is like the craziest thing. So let's just let that go. If someone hasn't earned a seat at your table, they don't get to say what serves you best. 5, remind yourself you're not for everyone, and that's okay. You're not meant to be anyways. You're not a vanilla ice cream. You're a bold ass flavor with layers, depth, and soul, okay? And the people who get you, they'll find you when you start being real. But they can't find you if you're hiding behind what you think people want. Letting go of judgment isn't about being fearless, okay? It's about being brave enough to choose you, even when that fear is still there. So just give yourself permission to be seen, even if your voice shakes, even if people don't get it, even if you get judged, okay? Because here's the thing, when people are old and they're close to like the end of their life, they don't say they wish they worried more about what people thought. They say they regret not doing the damn thing. They regret the moments they silenced themselves, the chances they didn't take, the dreams they never gave themselves permission to go after. And now it's not too late for you, okay? So if you're hearing this, don't let that be your story. Don't let your life be one long performance for people who are never going to clap for you anyways, okay? They're going to judge you no matter what. So you might as well give them a damn good show while you're at it. So now you know where it comes from. You know what it's costing you, and you know how to start letting go. But before we wrap things up, I want to leave you with something deeper, okay? Because this isn't just about fear. It's about freedom. It's about not letting other people's opinions control your life anymore. So let me ask you this. Who would you be if you stopped caring what people thought of you? Really, just think about that. What would you do differently? What would you stop apologizing for? What would you finally say out loud? What would you start creating, sharing, or stepping into if you weren't carrying the weight of everyone else's expectations? Because that version of you, she's already there. She's just buried under years of conditioning, people-pleasing, and perfectionism. And she's ready to come out, okay? So here's your challenge this week. Do just one thing that you've been holding back on because of what someone else might think. It can be super small or even big. just post something that feels honest, wear that outfit, say your truth, or just set up a boundary. Whatever it is, just do it for you. And if it feels scary, just remind yourself. Courage isn't the absence of fear, okay? It's choosing yourself anyway. You don't owe anyone a watered down version of who you are. And the more you show up fully, unfiltered, honest, real, the more your life starts to reflect your truth instead of their opinions. So, if this episode hit home for you, I would love to hear from you. So, email me at talk@evolvingbettina.com or just DM me on Instagram. I would love to hear what resonated with you within this episode. And if you know someone who's been shrinking themselves to fit in, please share this with her. Let's lift each other up and remind each other we don't need to be liked by everyone to live the life we love. All right, my fellow evolvers, until next time, keep evolving, keep glowing, and never stop showing up for yourself because you matter. Much love.